Hi, Capricorn and Capricorn Rising. Here's your horoscope for June 2024. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. Okay, we have another big month ahead. This is because now planets are starting to shift into Gemini right here. And we also have Jupiter that's just entered Gemini. So this is going to be very important in the next year for many of you who have a Capricorn rising, or if the sun is in Capricorn, this is a general sun sign Western astrology tropical reading. So again, it has to be general because I don't have everybody's birth chart, and everyone's birth chart and birthdays are different. So anyway, we're focusing this month for many of you Capricorn rising folks, the 6th house and then the 7th. The sun and Venus both start off the month in the 6th house. So this is a house that has to do with daily work, responsibilities, taking care of one's health, daily routine, nutrition, health in every way. And so you find yourself either very busy these days, especially in this month, and the new moon will also light up the 6th house, so even more opportunity coming your way. So this could be a really good month for money. This could be a good month for, pets or being around animals, your work and your daily routine and your health routine. So this is a month where you want to focus on all of those energies because they really look good. Now, towards the end of the month, Saturn, your ruler, is going to go retrograde again. So not a big deal. It just means that you got to internalize some of this energy that's coming your way. So your imagination has been very fertile lately, especially when Saturn entered Pisces in this 3rd house. So this is going to be really important. There's still a lot of dynamics having to do with the 4th house here, as you can see here with Mars still there, but it will be leaving the 4th house and going into your 5th house of creativity and love. So this could be a really good month to try new things, to try new projects, to step out of the normal or the routine. Capricorn, like the other two earth signs, likes routine, likes doing the same thing over and over again. But all this Gemini energy is saying, no, we have to try something different. We have to go try, an alternative way of doing things. And that's what this month is all about. The second half of the month, when the sun, Venus, and Mercury all go into the 7th house, then it becomes a very social time for you because the 7th house has to do with other people. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But let's start off with this nice positive alignment between Jupiter in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius on the 2nd. So the first couple of days of the month really look good. Here's Jupiter at 1 degree, and here is Pluto at 1 degree. And they're making what's called a trine, a very favorable alignment. So this is easygoing, and maybe you feel very creative, and whatever you're doing in your current position or your daily routine, you seem to be enjoying it right now. So I'd say keep going because, you found something that you like to do. Now, Jupiter in the 6th house will also be very fortunate. It will expand things, but it'll also be kind of lucky. Jupiter represents luck in some way. And Pluto here represents some sort of transformation. So what is transforming? Could be something to do with your financial matters, your investments, or your belief systems. Okay, let's not discount that one because this is a very favorable alignment. You may come to some sort of realization about where you are in your life and what it is that you want to experience next. Okay, so you're one of the signs that when you set your mind to something, you will achieve it. So start setting your mind on things that you want to, not just achieve, but experience. All right. So let's go on. Mercury enters Gemini on the 3rd. Now the brain power goes up quite a bit more. Mercury is in its own sign of Gemini. And when it's in Gemini, there's a tendency to overthink, overanalyze, overprocess information, a need to converse, a need to express ourselves in some way. Now, for you Capricorn rising folks, this is really piling up in the 6th house. You might feel like your OCD is going off the charts. So be careful of that. Don't let the mind override your spirit, is what my motto to people. But this is going to be very difficult because there's so much energy building up in the 6th house of perfection. This is the house of perfection. You're the sign of structure, but this is the house of perfection. So when you got those two combined, it could from time to time or, day to day, it could bring in more OCD. And you feel like, oh my God, I've got to do this. I got to pick up the lint. I got to, keep everything clean. And there could be that obsession. The other thing it could be is that you get obsessed with your job and your work and your projects, and I've got to get this done. I've got to get this done. So this could be a possibility here now with Mercury entering the picture. And you can see here it's joining Jupiter right away. But wait, there's more. The new moon in Gemini on the 6th continues to pummel this 6th house. It's going to be at 16 degrees of Gemini. And again, this is opportunity. This is anything to do with health, a new exercise routine, a new project, a new pet. Maybe you're thinking about a new pet. And so whatever it is, this has to do with the daily routine once again. So the energy is going to be quite high in the beginning of June. And so it'll keep you motivated for most of the next couple of weeks because of this new moon. Now, the downside to this new moon, because it's at 16 degrees, is going to be it's going to be squaring Saturn right here in the 3rd house. This is why I said to you, be careful with the OCD or overanalyzing or worrying too much, because this is a very tough alignment. When we have a square to the ruler of our chart and the new moon, this could be a lot of pressure being put on yourself and overwhelmed with projects. Or I got so much to do, I got to take care of this. Oh my God, I got to take care of that. And you overwhelm yourself with all of this activity. You see what I mean? So it's very important during this new moon to pace yourself and to center yourself. Realize you are not your mind, you are not your projects. You're just having these experiences because the energy is going up, okay? And control the pace, control the energy is what I'm suggesting. All right. So the energy starts to change on the 9th when Mars enters Taurus. And now Taurus is a very steady, easygoing. It'll slow the pace down a little bit. And Taurus, right here, Mars in Taurus is in the 5th house of creativity, which is good because for you, this has a lot to do with creativity on many levels, and even including spending time with your children, spending time with loved ones, enjoying yourself, a nice meal, or indulging in the sensual pleasure of life, in any way you see fit, because Taurus is very sensual. And so we will get back to the basics when Mars is in Taurus, like going out in nature or gardening or, just preparing a nice meal. The downside to Mars in Taurus, we can overindulge. Overeating is a big thing. Overdrinking is a big thing. Obsessing about money, obsessing about property and things that we own is a big deal under Mars in Taurus. So we have to be careful of all of that. But it's still in a very positive alignment for you guys. So I'd say, do what you can and just pace yourself and make it work. Now, unfortunately, Mars will be meeting up with Pluto for a couple of days as soon as it enters. As you can see here, from the 9th, 10th, 11th, it will be squaring Pluto, okay? And it'll be late on the 10th into the 11th. That's why I have the 11th. But this is could be a little bit of a challenge once again. Could have something to do with money, could have something to do with values, possessions, all of that stuff, investments, because it's squaring Pluto in the 2nd house. So maybe there's a discrepancy having to do with finances. There's a discrepancy in people's opinions, Maybe there's something to do with the child, because the 5th house rules children. So it could have something to do with that. So again, depending on your actual birth chart. But these are usually pretty explosive energies when we have Mars and Pluto in a square alignment like this. It could be something in society or with the government or the population, anything stupid like that. But we'll see. But again, center yourself. Now, on the 17th, Mercury and Venus both enter Cancer. So now the energy is starting to shift. So for many of you, it is all about other people. It's about romance. It's about partnerships. It's about family, because it's in the sign of Cancer. And so this is all about, returning to your roots or dealing with emotions or dealing with someone else's emotions. And that's going to be the theme here with Venus in Cancer and Mercury in Cancer. Now, if you're single or you're looking for some partnerships, yes, it could bring in potential partners with Venus in the 7th, okay? But, let it flow. It'll come to you when it's right. The sun enters Cancer also on the 20th, marking the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. So once again, this is a positive time for being around other people. And since, like I said, we're talking about Cancer, we're talking about emotions, we're talking about the foundation, we're talking about other people. Maybe you're counseling family members, Maybe you're giving them some advice, how to organize their lives. Capricorns and Capricorn rising people are very good at organizing other people's lives. So this could be a positive thing. But for the next 30 days or so, the sun will make its way through the 7th house, and there'll be this incredible need to want to be around people, or people will find the need to be around you. So that's how it works. The full moon this month is in your sign right here, first house of identity and self. You're coming to some sort of awareness with you and a partner or a relationship. Maybe a project's coming to an end. Maybe you're realizing, okay, it's time to finish this project, move on. I need to reinvent myself. Okay, this is what I need to do. It's a realization when it's in the first house of self. Okay, no big deal. It's just, realize you went through a cycle and you experienced what you needed to experience, and now you'll be onto a new cycle as the energy starts to move once again, okay? But you are front and center here, where you're thinking a lot about yourself and your future. Now, of course, speaking of the future, Saturn will go retrograde right here in Pisces. There it is in stationary position. And this will be about 4 months in this third house of communication. So you're returning to something from the past, or an idea from the past, or a project from the past. And your mind is going towards anything spiritual, mystical. You're going inside and you're trying to figure things out. That's what it means. Not a big deal. We're all in that same position right now because of this cosmic energy, because of the astrology, because of the solar flares. We've got so much coming at us right now, and it's very difficult to kind of get clarity. So do the best you can. You Capricorn usually do, and everything will work itself out. That's my motto, okay? Anyway, there you have it. Stay tuned for a special offer that I put together, and I think you might enjoy it. So have a great month, and I will talk to you soon. Hi. Thank you so much for watching my monthly astrology. I really appreciate your support over the years. Have you ever considered learning astrology? Well, you're in luck, because I've created a full online astrology course in my private community. It's a full 6-module course that takes you from the beginning of astrology, what it all means, the mythologies, the houses, all the way to the more advanced techniques such as progressions, solar returns, how to read transits, how to make predictions. It's all there in this course here. And I even dive into some of the mysterious stuff, what some of the symbolism is all about. So I think you might want to check it out if you're interested. Along with the course, we have a very tight-knit community here where everyone helps each other out. And so if someone knows a lot about astrology, they help other people with astrology. So it's a community that really gets involved and, really wants to learn and help each other out. But as you can see here, I have a whole lot more on this private community. I also have the Inner Circle live calls each week. Now, this is something that I do twice a month on YouTube, but here I do them on a weekly basis. And I talk about various topics. You get to ask me questions, we interact, and we learn a whole lot more than just astrology. So this could be anything from astrology to what's going on in the world, predictions, politics, whatever it is. We talk about it in the Inner Circle calls. Of course, I do have videos here that I do not have on YouTube, so you get those too. And then I've got a private resource vault, which has videos that I suggest watching, books suggested reading, meditations, and more. So if you're interested in learning astrology or want to be part of a great community that's really growing fast, head on over to the link down below and click on the link and join today. All right? Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.